welcome to 5 Minutes French Grammar Fixes. Bonjour et bienvenue à 5 Minutes French Grammar Fixes. Today, compound tenses, or in other words, tenses that require several parts to a verb. Aujourd'hui, les temps composés, c'est-à-dire les verbes en plusieurs parties. Now, this may sound complicated, but in fact, it is very easy if you have understood and mastered the perfect tense, le passé composé. The passé composé is a compound tense, effectively, because it is made up of two verbs put together. I have played. Have and played. J'ai joué. Et and joué. Well, all of the compound tenses work in the same way. Two parts of your verb. Part one is called the auxiliary, and part two is called the past participle. Okay, let's have a look at these examples. I have understood, I had understood, I would have understood, I will have understood. Do you notice what is happening? In all these sentences, your second part, what we call the past participle, is the same, understood. What changes is the first part, what we call the auxiliary. So let's see what it looks like in French. I have understood. Have is the present tense of to have, and I have is j'ai. So I have understood, j'ai compris. I had understood. Had is the past of to have, so I had is j'avais. I had understood, j'avais compris. I would have understood. Would is your conditional, so I would have is j'aurais. I would have understood, j'aurais compris. I will have understood. Will is future of to have, so I will have j'aurais. I will have understood, j'aurais compris. So here is your rule. You use the auxiliary, which is avoir or être, in either the present tense, the imperfect tense, the future, or the conditional, and you follow it up with the past participle of the verb that you want to use. So if you want to say I left, which is the same as I have left, je suis parti. I had already left, j'étais déjà parti, etc. Here are some verbs that come with different translations. It might be a good idea to just learn them. J'aurais dû, j'aurais pu, j'aurais voulu. And also notice that we often use the pluperfect with the past conditional. If I had gone to Paris, I would have seen the Eiffel Tower. Si j'étais allée à Paris, j'aurais vu la Tour Eiffel. When you use this word depuis, which is used to talk about a length of time, you need to be a little bit careful because in English you use the pluperfect, had with your past participle, but in French you don't. In fact, what you do is use the imperfect tense. So, I had been running for 2 hours. Je courais depuis 2 heures. There you are. Easy, isn't it? Voilà, facile, non? If you need to be reminded about the rules for simple tenses, just check my 5 minutes French grammar fixes for either the present tense or the future tense, the imperfect tense, the perfect tense.